To present our next inductee, please welcome the Junior United States Senator from New Jersey, Cory Booker.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Hello, New Jersey! This is such a great night, such a point of pride. I want to just congratulate all the honorees tonight, all their families and their communities. This is a celebration of them, but it's also a celebration of our great state. I have the honor now of talking about someone who I know very dearly, a dear friend and someone who in many ways inspired me along my journey, and that is Lewis Katz. Lewis is a born and bred New Jerseyan. He was born in Camden, New Jersey, and came up in a very tough way. He was born poor and had challenges, but saw Camden as a gift for him, teaching him about resilience and endurance, and teaching him about the power of small acts of kindness, decency, and love. He's a man that went on to become one of Newark, New Jersey's great success stories. Extraordinarily successful in business, real estate, the billboard business, parking. But what really marked his greatness in business was not the heights to which he climbed, but he never forgot the depths in which he had to come from. Indeed, Lewis Katz was a person that believed that this nation was born and made because individuals gave of themselves. He understood that our democracy is not a spectator sport, and from his earliest days, while he was building his business, he was involved in the politics of our state. From local politics to county politics to state politics, Lewis Katz rose to know governors and senators, ambassadors and presidents, but he never ever forgot where he came from. And that indeed is what makes Lewis Katz so worthy of being honored. Because in life, you should not judge the greatness of an individual by their personal accomplishments, but by their willingness to do for others. Lewis Katz became one of our state's great philanthropists, giving away tens and tens of millions of dollars to causes from northern New Jersey to southern New Jersey. He was a guy that understood that every person born in this state should have a fair shot at making it, at contributing, at having their American dream. His philanthropy is seen as investment in education, in mentoring programs, in boys and girls clubs, in founding schools in Camden, in looking after Jewish causes, and indeed, he was such a believer that everybody is needed that he gave to many different causes. In fact, I think he might be one of New Jersey's few Jewish citizens who was the honorary member of a black Christian church. And so, the largeness of his spirit, the generosity of his soul, his willingness to see the dignity of every single person, his quiet philanthropy that many don't even know about, scholarships given, health care paid for, all of these things make him a living presence with us now. Now, Lewis Katz died tragically in a plane flight about 2 years ago. But like the stars we see tonight when we look into the Jersey sky, many of those stars, tens of millions of light years away, many of them have died and gone. But we still see their light as if they're there because the energy, the warmth that they give off during their life goes on in perpetuity. Lewis Katz is one of those great New Jerseyans who has affected generations yet unborn. We still feel his presence. We benefit from his love. And indeed, his light continues to shine. All right, ladies and gentlemen, to accept this award of one of New Jersey's great enduring lights is Lewis Katz's grandson, Ethan Silver, and Lewis Katz's son, Drew Katz.
Thank you, Senator Booker, for that beautiful, beautiful introduction of my dad. And congratulations to all the inductees and their families. Melissa, I'm sorry. I know I told you Bruce Springsteen was going to be inducted tonight. Actually happened in 2008. But I have an idea for the hall. I think that we should re-induct Bruce Springsteen every year from this year out. so that all the inductees could say, yeah, I was inducted with Bruce Springsteen. What a wonderful moment for a hero to my family and to so many people whose lives my father touched. Out of the millions and millions and millions of people who have lived and worked and touched this state, this body has chosen our dad, our grandfather, to be amongst these great, great, great citizens. Thank you to the Hall of Fame. Thank you to the voters for this extraordinary, extraordinary honor. Our dad was self-made and very accomplished. He was thrilled to co-own the only two Major League sports teams whose franchises called themselves New Jersey. He was so proud to have taken the Nets from one of the worst teams in the league to Eastern Conference champions 2 years in a row before he and his partners sold the team. He was so proud to have brought a Stanley Cup to New Jersey. Even though I'm not supposed to know this, my dad would be tickled to know that he got more votes than Derek Jeter for the Hall of Fame. A lot more votes. So the video you just saw did a good job capturing some of my father's accomplishments in business and philanthropy. But if truth be told, Lewis Katz was in our Hall of Fame decades ago. Both our parents modeled for Melissa and me what it means to give back. What the video did not show was the hundreds of lives that he touched, from waitresses without health insurance that he took care of with expensive cancer treatments, to the valet attendants and the Amtrak porters who would sit courtside at Nets games or on top of the dugout at Phillies games. What the video did not show were the thousands of kids who came through and who come through the Boys and Girls Clubs of Camden, who now have a safe place to play and learn and mentor and get a hot meal. What the video did not show was the lengths to which this Hall of Famer went to make sure that the charter school that he built would be staffed with extraordinary teachers. My dad would enjoy the spotlight tonight. He always did. But he enjoyed so much more watching the wonder and excitement of inner city kids from Camden and Atlantic City, Newark, attending their first Broadway show in New York. You see, our dad was a guy who truly believed we are only as strong as our weakest link, and he dedicated his life to bettering his birthplace, particularly its young people. Walt Whitman, one of the Hall of Fame's early inductees and a fellow Camden citizen, said, "A great city is that which has the greatest men and women." To my dad, Camden was, to my dad, Camden is a great New Jersey city. Dad, this year it's the New Jersey Hall of Fame. Next year we expect to hear about your induction into Heaven's Hall of Fame. We love you. We miss you. God bless you.
Hi, everybody. I just wanted to say that my poppy was the most influential person in my life, and he always will be. He was my best friend, and I miss him and think about him every single day. To everybody that he knew, he made them feel loved. I miss him more than anything, and I would give anything just to see him again. And I love him with my heart and soul. Thank you so much for putting my poppy in the New Jersey Hall of Fame. Thank you.